Hello, welcome to Becky's Crafts and Goodies. Now, I've got a craft room tour for you here, and I know I did one, I think it might be in March, a few months ago, but I have changed a few things round, so I just want to show you, keep you updated as to where we are. So before we walk in, we've still got our Home Sweet Home sign, and there we go, a little flower wreath, and let's go through. So let's look in here. Where should we start? Let's start this side. We'll just do a little quick pan round and then you can see. I'm sorry if it's shaky, I'll try for it not to be. Right, now let's have a look. So we've got our stand here. I've got my sequins on the top and a few buttons. And this is just a stand that I got from work. Let me move over this side so you can see. And I thought it would be ideal to put jars and books on. So I've got paint brushes there and some of these little squidgy foam brushes. Here's some little sparkly gems, all different sizes and shapes. They're quite nice. They're in one of my Yankee jars. Moving down, we've got some books. So I have actually done a video on most of those books, I think. There's a nice selection there. Then at the bottom we've got some empty jars and some more buttons and some bits for wrapping presents. Now let's move over. And there we go. So this is the haberdashery style wallpaper. And then we'll move down. We've got my embossing folders. I haven't got very many and a few dies in there. There's just a few in that box. And then we've got some washi tape. These tubs came from B&M. There's all sorts of different washi in there. Then moving over, we've got my printer and laminator. This is my craft room sign that I decopatched in a video. I think I did a video on it a while ago, and that needs to go up. So I'll put that up probably tomorrow. And here's a unit that I bought from IKEA a little while ago. And you buy the white unit separate and then buy the boxes to go with it. So you can use whatever colour boxes that you want. And this is where I store my decopatch. So these do need sorting, but I wanted to show you anyway. So we've got a selection of stuff in here. In this box we've got some knobs that I wanted to paint and decopatch to jazz a cupboard up. And we've got various small items in this tub. Small little heart boxes, Ebony's little felt pug. We've got some hearts, lots of different hearts, little signs, angels, picture frames. There's so much in here, and this is mainly the smaller items in that side. And then moving on to the next one, we've got various bits. Now I need to find a home for my napkins. I just put those in there a while ago, but I need to find a home for all of those. We've got keys, which I used at Christmas time to decorate for Santa keys. More hearts, little boxes. We've got eggs there, which are great to do decorative eggs. Not just for Easter either. There's some little reindeers. We decorated those at Christmas. Toadstool. So as you can see, we've got loads. Moving down to the next one. Let's have a look. Again, this is all decopatch in here. So these are things on sticks. So there's glasses, moustache, bow ties, and you just decorate them and they're great for parties. Here's a little anchor that I was going to decorate. Tissue boxes, little angel boxes. Down the bottom there we've got some hot air balloons, a shoe, tray, little signs. Just pop those back in there. So there's plenty to keep me busy. And the next one here, much the same, but different kinds of stuff, all Decopatch. Got some welcome signs. Let's turn it that way around so you can read it. That is a family tree, so you can decorate that and put people's names on. Toadstool, that one says home. That's a pen pot. Some letters, little tiny trinket boxes and hearts. That's a big pot that you can decorate up and put all sorts of crafty bits in. And here's a little tea light holder. I've done one of those in a video before. We've got little baskets which we used at Easter time. Here's a little dangly bird with some hearts. I think they're really pretty. So there we go. That's that sort of box there. And then if we move round, what I've done is I've actually moved my workstation. So my desk here used to be that side. So I've moved it over to this corner and moved a couple of bits on the wall as well. I haven't finished putting things up on the wall. I do have another unit which I'm going to possibly swap that notice board for, but I haven't done that yet. So this is my desk space and the PC, and I often work here, sort everything out, do videos or do paperwork or anything like that to catch up on. So this plant pot here, this is fake, it came from IKEA, the plant and the pot. This I made myself. And then in these drawers there's just various crafty bits, but it's quite pretty, ornate, so I like to keep it on my desk and look at it really. And then there's just some little reindeers in there ready for Christmas. So that's my desk there. Now underneath, let's just go underneath. We've got some different boxes under there. We've got organza bags, some Santoro stuff. There's things like staplers, glue guns, and the one at the bottom is full of Decopatch paper. So it's absolutely jam-packed of it. We've got canvases under there, boxes, you know, various bits and pieces. I don't use too often, but they're in reach just in case. So let's move around. There's a little lamp there and a fan. And then as we go round, I've got a little electric fire there, which obviously we don't need at the moment, but when the winter comes on, that's great because it has a lovely glow as well. So you just switch it on and that keeps you nice and warm. So this little cupboard here came from the range, and it's the Bronte Charm range, and I love this design. And inside I've just got note cards and things in the top. Here I've got stamps, all sorts of hole punches. There's like a tag stamp there, a corner punch. So that's in that one. I use those quite often, so I keep those quite close. There are a few ribbons that I use quite often. And then in the bottom I've got some little bags and a little bit more ribbon. So let's move round to this other cupboard. So this is a new cupboard, or I say new, it's new to the craft room. It used to be in my gift shop, but I took it home because I thought it'd look quite nice in here. So I wanted to go for the white cream type of look with a little bit of woody colour as well. So in that box at the top, that floral box, there's some things that I've made. I won't get it down, but there's some things that I've made up there. This basket here is very, very heavy, and it's full of my Yankee candle melts. So there's a good mixture in there. My gift shop sells Yankee candles, so that's why I do have lots. So there's all sorts of things. Now we are actually closing the gift shop down after 8 years. I think a few of you know I've been quite poorly, so and there's lots going on in the family, and I just want to spend time with my kids and the family, so we're in the process of closing that at the moment. So let's move along here. We've got flatbacks and gems and various bits like that. This was one of the first things that I actually started to collect. I hope I'm not making you feel too sick moving the camera. So we've got some buttons, and what have we got? Little various sparklers, hearts. These are cute. These say made with love. You probably can't pick that up, but there's little keys in there. Snowflakes. It's quite sweet. This one up here is just literally beads. And then we have got some more sort of flatbacks, beads, flowers in there. And this one is quite a colourful tub, so I'll bring that down for you so you can have a look. I'll just balance it on there. These were some of the first ones that I started to collect. They're quite bright, kind of the kawaii type theme. There's all sorts in here. I have put these in a video before, but I did get a little bit obsessed with collecting them. My kids used to sort of laugh at me, saying, "Is that the postman bringing more beads, Mum?" But I just think they're cute. You can use these for all sorts of things, kids' jewellery as well. And beside the fact they're just really, really cute. Little rainbows there. Then in the bottom we've got some numbers and some letters. A few more of the flat back flowers. Here's some little fabric flowers of different colours. So what we've got, blue, pink down there, cream and white. And then these are the little gems that you can decorate things with using gem tack. So they're the larger ones. And then there's some smaller ones there. So that was fun collecting those. I may be due to get some more. They're very, very inexpensive. You know, you can spend maybe £1 or £2 and get a big pack of them. So they are good fun to collect. I'll just pop that up there for a second so it doesn't fall. Let's move down. We've got my scoreboard here and some candles. I use the candles when I'm painting and roughing the edges to give the shabby chic look. In this little drawer here we've got some paper. We've got paper in the top, cream card, paper in the middle, and just normal plain A4 paper at the bottom. Got writing sets, little notelets, a few dies in there. That's my children's homework tray. And then this big sack of white card is from Create and Craft. I think that was just over £30. But it's really, really nice card. Great for doing printables and things like that. Moving down, we've got a tape dispenser. And this is the box that came with my planner. And I just keep my planner stickers and things that I'm going to use for my planner in there. And a little tin with some stickers in. There's some straws. Various different straws for different projects. And then this little tub my daughter set up for me. We've got some paper clips, little rubbers, little novelty rubbers in there, and a little glue runner. Now this box here is just literally full of embellishments and little bits and bobs really. I use this box quite a lot, so I've just put them in here, an easy reach, so I can just grab them when I'm crafting. We've got things like floral pegs, little wooden cupcakes, cameo embellishments. There's some adhesive bows. We've got some more of the little sticky gems. We've got lace and feathers, flowers of all different kinds. So it goes all the way down. We've got some little doilies there. But I do use these things quite a lot, so I like to keep them to hand. Then this stack here is a bit of a mixed bag, but it's something that I go to quite often, so I want it quite close. I've got my book there that I do some working out in. I've got some paper pads here. It is all mixed up, but to me it makes sense. We've got some more doilies there. We've got things like some handmade stickers. Sorry, you probably can't see very well, but we've got some like handmade stickers there, made with love stickers. Some little pockets to do our little pocket letters. So you go down and you've got things like laminating pouches, wrapping paper, all sorts of stuff like that. Then there's some more little, what have we got here? Oh, they came in the Bronte Charm set. And then some paper pads that I use quite often, and some alphabets. And there's some lace. I'm sorry the lighting's not very good. And then there's some lace for, we're going to do some altered edge boxes. I'll just put this other light on to see if that helps. So that's that shelf there. And then let's move down. I'm going to sit on this little stool. We've got a little tiny stool here that we use as well. So I'm going to sit on that one. So this shelf, we've got these little love boxes, and I think these came from the range, or B&M. It will be one or the other. So you get the small one, the medium, and then the larger one. And in the larger one, we've got glues, adhesives, that sort of thing. We've got some more bunting there and some cling film, which I use when I'm doing my Decor patch. Sorry, not Decor patch. Doing my napkins. So we've got PVA at the back. We've got triple thick. And let's go through some of the glues. We've got photo transfer medium. These are in the Americana. We've got the Weatherwood crackle medium. Just go through a few here. That's a sealer. There's some matte, ultra matte varnish. We've obviously got the usual Mod Podge. We've got the matte and the gloss. Now my favourite is the matte. I like the finish. I seem to have got 3 of those. I think I ordered 2 at once, so I was getting a little bit low. You've got the Decor patch glue here, the paper patch in the green, a couple of those, that's quite good glue. There's the orange and the pink in the same make. Then we've got some satin glue, some dishwasher safe glue, excuse me, and what's this? This one's for outdoors, so you can seal and finish things for that. Some more dishwasher safe. And then we've got the E6000. That's quite good sticky glue for scrapbooking. And there's the gem tack, which I was talking about earlier on, you know, with the sparkly gems. That's good to use. We've got some more crackles. So there's various different glues in there. And then moving on, we've got some paint. Now these are the Americana Decor paints. Now grey's obviously been quite fashionable for a little while, so I've got a few chalky finish greys there. And we've got the Americana acrylic paint. And there's some more acrylic that came from the range. These are little pots that came from a DIY store. It's always handy as well if you're in a DIY shop. Sometimes they discontinue the line or they change the packaging, and that's always a good time to pick up some pots. Around there I've got my ATG gun, which is a glue gun, or a glue tape runner really, which is quite handy. And then let's move down a little bit more. In this one here, the medium size, just pull it out for you. We've got other kinds of paints. We've got the chalky finish furniture paints. We've got some artist acrylic paints, and also some of these from Deco Art in all sorts of different colours. There's loads of different colours down there. There's some gesso, and we've got some spray adhesive there too. Here we've got some ribbon. I am going to change where I put my ribbon, maybe get something where it can hang up. This is my little cutter. So That's quite cool, and that's used very often, so I keep that quite close to hand. And then down the bottom there we've got things like tissue paper, quite a few packs of tissue paper, coloured feathers, we've got some sparkly glitter, and also some embossing powder down there. And there's the kids glitter and some paint. So that's that section. So we'll just move around here to the last bit. I've got some of my favourite Yankees at the top. A few things that I've made. There's lots of baking soda there. We've been through a bit of a slime. Let's make some slime situations with my daughter, and it keeps going wrong. So we tried baking soda. It's a long story. Here's some casting powder. Then we've got some folders. I'll show you in those in a sec. Here we've got some little bags, spotty bags. There's some more straws there, which will need to go in my straw pot. There's like a chevron type design, a floral design, little bits of card, loads of different bags in there. There we've got some sparkly card and Christmassy papers. They'll be coming out again soon. This one we've got some pattern card, but we've also got some fabric, and there's some fabric with it's like with sticky paper type thing. Then we've got pattern card and paper packs like that, really, where you've got those there. And then there's some letters there that I haven't used yet. This little pot, yes, I know it's Christmassy, but I love it. That came from B&M, I think, and I've just left it out because I really like it. And then on this shelf we've got some baskets which are full of flowers. These flowers, I think, were in my last video, and there's all sorts of flowers in the bottom down there. These are the ones that I got from Wild Orchid Crafts not long ago, a few days ago, the Christmassy ones. And then this basket is full of the new flowers. I've kept them in the packets purely to keep them all together, and I think that looks, you know, neat, and until I start using them, then I'll watch what I do with them then. So you've got more flowers in the bottom there. There's lots of loose ones in the bottom too. Moving on to this small basket, we've got the smaller flowers in there, and in the bottom, I'll try to show you without knocking everything down. There's some smaller beads, there's the bells and little things, you know, the smaller things that we got from Wild Orchid Crafts. Then there's lots of Decor patch type paper patch paper there in all different designs. I'm just trying not, I knew I was going to do that, knock everything down. And then in this little basket here that I've just dropped everywhere, these are lots of handmade tags that I've made over time, and I just store them in this little basket. And in the basket I also put this little posy. I made that with putting it on a cake in mind, but it didn't actually fit in the end, so I'll just keep it until I use it. So these are just like little tags. Sometimes if I just fancy doing a bit of crafting but not thinking too much, I'll often make tags, or just something simple, just that takes no brain to work out, really, when you want to chill. So let's just pop that there. Then moving down, we've got my Sizzix machine. On here I tend to put any dies that I've cut, if I've got any spares. And then we've got a few bits here. This is quite handy. I often use this. I've got bows in the bottom. There's kind of brad split pins, a few more bows in there. There's some big bows and things that I use for making hair clips. We've got some magnets, some Easter bits. Then we've got twine in the top. That's just a candle I decorated. In here is some chocolates that I'm going to wrap up. I'll have to get my daughter to test those to make sure they've not gone funny, because they've been in there a couple of months I think now. This is where I store my birthday cards and things. If I'm out and about, I pick some cards up, so I've got a bit of a card stash. I think it's just paper clips and stuff in the middle one. In here we've got a mixture of stuff. I've got some of my paperwork in the top. Phoebe's got some bits in the bottom. We've got raffia and magnet stuff there. Lace in that one. There's some more of the Scotch ATG refill. There's some pegs and various bits. Not very interesting really. And there we've got my glue gun and stamps. It is supposed to be a drawer for stamps, but I do put my glue gun in there because it's really handy for when I'm working. And that one's just got a bit of my paperwork in. Unfortunately, I have to share the craft room with a freezer and a tumble dryer. So there's the lovely tumble dryer. And the last things at the top here, we've got some cello wrap, wrapping paper, organza roll. In that box there, it's actually full, it's very heavy, of candle making equipment. So there are big blocks of all kinds of wax, paraffin wax, soy wax. There's so many, loads and loads of bottles of fragrance oils, and that's waiting for me to do my next project. So we'll do a video on that. In here we've got lots of blanks, MDF boxes, trays, that sort of thing. We've got there the frames from IKEA and more blank things and projects to do. And I think that may be about it. So that's what we look like at the moment. And as I say, it's what day is it? It's just almost the end of June now. So it's my birthday very shortly in July. So I think I'm getting a few more crafty bits for my birthday, so I'll show you those as and when they come. But I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, and also hit the notification bell as well, so you can be up to date with any videos that I'm posting. And I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon. Take care for now. Bye.